Hi guys, and welcome back to Beauty Fortified. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Sue, and you would have seen by the thumbnail that today I'm talking about one of my absolutely all-time holy grail products, and that is the Avene Xeracalm Lipid Replenishing Oil. Now, I use this as the first step in my makeup cleansing routine. It's an oil that just does an excellent job of removing surface makeup, and once I've removed my surface makeup, I then go in with a cleanser. But this is possibly the best oil cleanser that I've ever used. It is such great value for money, and it really gets the job done. Now, it came in a 400 ml bottle that looks like this, and I was in store the other day, and to my surprise I saw that they had changed the packaging. So I picked up one of the new products in the new packaging, and at face value it all looked very, very similar. So obviously now you've got a transparent bottle, which I really like because you can see how much product you've got left as you go through it. And at the outset everything looked very, very similar, but I do get very, very nervous when I see that a product's packaging has changed, because often this can signal a formula change. So was this the case? So I was very, very skeptical about this, and I brought the new product home and I did a kind of side-by-side test. And of course I also looked at the product ingredients on the back of the packaging, and I did see that a few things have been switched around, and they may have added or subtracted a couple of things. Obviously the ingredient list is very, very small, and so I got a little bit cross-eyed trying to make sense of what was happening. But I just know that the product order has changed. So if not the actual ingredients, the order of them has changed. And I think in some instances they have in fact maybe added or subtracted one or two things, but the ingredient list is definitely not exactly the same. So this is really a red flag to me. Anyway, I went about my cleansing routine and I did some side-by-side testing, and at the first instance the products looked very, very much the same. So they do, it's a kind of it looks yellow in the packaging. I think the packaging has a little tint of yellow, but it is an oil which is kind of transparent for the most part, but it does have a little tint of yellow. And the previous version looks very, very similar. So they both look exactly the same. Neither of them are fragranced, so they do smell very, very similar. And at first glance they both still do the same job. So I did try out the new formula, and I found that in the first instance it really seemed like it was doing a very, very similar job. But then I got to using it for a couple of nights in a row, and I definitely detected a change. So that was when I started to pick up the nuances of the new product, and it definitely just wasn't feeling exactly the same as the original. So they are both quite viscosy type products in texture, but I would say that the original is slightly thicker. It's ever so slightly thicker, and it does create a kind of a lather. So once you've put it on your wet skin and you've rubbed it in, it kind of creates a little bit of a lather, but it's enough to get all your makeup off. It doesn't soap up or foam up, but definitely just creates a little bit of extra something to get all your makeup off. However, with the new formula, I found that you have to use more of the product, and it definitely doesn't have that kind of lather, that very sort of subtle lather. It's just like putting an oil on your skin. You just massage it all over your face. It doesn't really lather at all, and then you rinse it off. So what are the big differences in terms of what the product does? Well, that's the interesting part, because I can say that they are both, the new product is still very effective at removing makeup. But for me, it's the tactileness of the oil, if you can call it that. And the fact that the new product is just a little bit, it feels just a little bit watered down, and it just doesn't give you that same kind of aesthetic feel on the skin. So even though it really is removing makeup, and it's done a fine job of removing eye makeup as well, it's just the kind of feel to me. And I think that I just got very used to this one. So the changes are very, very subtle, but there is definitely something about the new version that is just slightly different to the original. So all in all, I can say I have been a little bit disappointed. I hate it when brands change packaging and formula at the same time. I think it's just really, it just kind of puts me out of my comfort zone. And I have loved this product for so many years, so I was naturally very disappointed. And so it's kind of got me onto the path of looking for something new, a new oil cleanser. The one that I have really enjoyed in the past is the Clinique Take the Day Off. It is a lot more expensive than this, and you get a lot less. But I just love the texture of that one because it does seem to kind of create just a little bit of something. But I think that's all part of using products, is it's also the feel, and it's just the kind of, probably half of it is a psychological effect of what the product is doing, what you imagine it's doing. And unfortunately, when they change the formula, you have to kind of start all over again. So that is my sad story about the Avene Xeracalm Lipid Replenishing Oil. Let me know if you use this. Let me know if you've tried the new one. Let me know if you can detect any difference whatsoever. I'd love to hear from you. Please leave me your comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Ciao, ciao.